Alright, y'all, so this is going to be a bit of a Goku Black glazing video, right? I'm going to be hopping all over him and just bouncing because, oh my goodness, this guy has been, I think just overall, like, really exciting, but also he's just very interesting, in terms of the public perception for him. I think it's crazy that even though he's such a good, like, strong character, I don't think he's really as annoying as a lot of people would be thinking. And I think that even though it's just based from Goku Black, people have been extremely happy with his inclusion. Let me know how you guys are feeling, right? I know many of us are still waiting for Rose Goku Black. That guy is going to break just limits, man. I'm telling you, but this guy is already in such a crazy spot, and I want to give a huge shout out to Mike. I might collab with Mike in this video, or at least include the link here in the comment section below. But Mike is in the creator program, and Mike every week does make videos on the pick rates of these characters and the win rates, right? And it's kind of a good look at the meta for Genshin Squadra. And with that in mind, I would highly check out Mike's channel, subscribe to him, because he does make a lot of good content. I'm in there sometimes too. But anyways, right? So this was the previous kind of win rates before a lot of the nerfs really kind of set in and stuff like that. Like we see God Topo was really highly picked, Krillin's highly picked. And you could obviously see by Mike's title here, Goku Black has a 13.93% hero pick rate. Obviously, he's going to have the highest pick rate as the newest hero. But Mike actually went back and looked at every single other instance, and I think he might have shown it somewhere in this video. But he looked into it. I don't think he does show it specifically. Goku Black is the highest picked character of all time in Genshin Squadra. Yes, higher than what we saw for Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and higher than a lot of other characters that released, right? At least this is going based off of the information we were given. In terms of every season we saw, like at the end of the season, the hero pick rates and stuff like that. No character has hit a 13.93%. I think some characters may have hit like 12 to 13% range. But this guy is looking really, really crazy in terms of that pick rate. Now, maybe at the end of the season, we'll see a little bit of a different number. But, I mean, this guy is going to be pretty good. Now, one other thing I do want to talk about is we could go ahead and take a look, I think down here. Again, I would check out Mike's video for like a full breakdown of all these numbers and all these other characters mostly. But we take a look here. Goku Black is at a 48.87% win rate. So, he actually has a lower win rate. We've seen characters that are really good but have lower win rates get buffed. Happened with God Goku, for example. Happened with, I guess, I'm trying to think of another character. Like, a lot of these characters that, like God Goku, I think especially, had a low win rate, ended up getting buffed. And I feel like a big thing about this is, one, Goku Black has a huge pick rate, so there's more people using him. And two, he is kind of a skill curve kind of character. I think once you really get the hang of this guy and understand how to place his zones properly, when to use his zones, how to use his grab, bait vanishes, or keep them from vanishing with your skill. Like, there's many things to think about when it comes to Goku Black and many ways to play him, which is why I think I've had a lot of fun with him. And honestly, he's not as annoying as like Ultimate Gohan, who hits you into a wall, stuns you, skills you, and then you get stunned again and you just can't move, right? Well, Goku Black, at least there is a bit of counterplay to him, even though I still do think that when he's like played best, he is the best technical. Or a character like Hit, even, he's super annoying with his blind. At the same time, though, you know, because of the kind of skill check and the fact that he's new and has under 50% win rate, I was talking with Annie as well about this. I think It's very possible that this guy gets buffed, which I hope not. I really, really, really hope they don't buff this guy. He does not need it. He's good. He does not need the buff. Honestly, like, I think he needs a nerf. If I would gonna say anything, the only thing I would really change about this guy upon playing him and utilizing him is the fact that he gets iframes when he's grabbing someone inside his own area. I think that is just the stupidest thing of all time to give a technical character. I understand the idea of what they're trying to do, because obviously the more damage you take, the more your zones kind of like will expire, like the quicker. But it's like Goku Black's skill 2 zone is like a 4-second cooldown. You're gonna have that zone up nearly every single, like, you're gonna have this feels like a 70-80% uptime on that zone, man. You just spam that zone, bro. It's not difficult to have a zone up at all with Goku Black. And you also have his ultimate and his skill 1 zone. So because of that, I really don't think he needs this immune to all. And also it's like, okay, he has this counterplay in his kit where it's like, oh, the more damage he takes within the zone, the shorter the area's duration will be. Well, it doesn't matter if he's iframeable. Like, if he literally can't take damage, then that whole part of the passive doesn't mean anything. And obviously, the grab has a 16-17 second cooldown. Really, I feel like it just doesn't need those iframes. He already can be decently tanky with build up, plus the fact that he gives all defense up to allied heroes and himself. And this just allows him to do so much damage, right? This ultimate's really good. I feel like the ultimate isn't as broken as I thought it would be, which is really funny. I say that, but like, it's definitely broken, actually. Never mind. I'm capping. Either way, though, I just want to make this video firstly as a warning, because this guy might get buffed. I think it's very possible that they buffed this guy. Now, what's really funny is we see a character like Kefla and Bardock. That's the thing else I want to address, really, before we move on to more Goku Black glazing. Kefla and Bardock, man, they have such high pick rates for how high their win rate is. Because they're also very simple characters, right? Even Bulma, we see Bulma 3.14% pick rate. He's still one of the higher pick rates. Trunks, I mean, are they gonna nerf Trunks? I feel like Trunks might see a nerf. Unfortunately, I feel like he doesn't need a nerf, but look at how high his win rate is and how high the pick rate is. Kefla and Bardock, though, they haven't gotten nerfs. I think Kefla does need one, though, especially. These two are a huge issue. I mean, I made a video on the state of tanks recently. I think Bardock and Bulma, like, are a huge part of why tanks right now are the way they are. But they also need a nerf, like, you know, tower tapping and things like that. We see Kefla is way too good, way too easy to play. She's actually just absolutely insane, man. I just really don't know what they're thinking when it comes to that, man. I look, you had to pause the recording, do something real quick, but anyways, what I was saying is Kefla, it just right now, she is just benefiting so much from these divine draws that, I mean, honestly, Kefla wouldn't need a nerf if they make divine draws in ranked just like it is in Gakshin Cup, which is the fact that there's no divine draws. And even then, she probably needs a slight nerf. Like, she is so good in healing attack, skill 2 boost, team rush go, like, so many of these divine draws, bro. Kefla needs a nerf. Bardock's way too tanky. Even without Dende, Bardock was so tanky. Bulma is way too fast. Adjust these characters, and I think the meta looks a lot better. Cleaner, right? I mean, there's always going to be problem characters. Also got Goku, but still, I think that again, I talked about this character a lot. Anyways, back to Goku Black. Goku Black is really good for how just not annoying he is. Like, I feel like Bardock is really annoying to play against, but Bulma is super annoying to play against. I feel like Hit is kind of annoying to play against, but his Kid's still good. Obviously, he has issues, but like he's still good. And I'm actually really surprised to see Mini Goku up here. Wow. Okay, but anyways, like Goku Black is on the lower half basically of these win rates. So, I mean, okay, if they're gonna buff Goku Black, what would be the thing that I would want them to buff the least? Probably his grab. Like his ultimate has like a, I mean, if they lower the ultimate cooldown for any reason, that would be very disgusting. The ult cooldown or the grab. Like I think these two getting buffed, that would not be good. These skills are so like overpacked though that I don't know how they would buff that. Like the thing about Goku Black is that he's so just like packed together with all of his skills. Like his skills are doing a billion things, right? I just don't know what they would change about him besides cooldowns. I mean, maybe what they could do is they could increase the cooldown for skill 2 and slightly decrease the cooldown for skill 1 and 3. I think that wouldn't be the biggest deal. Goku Black skill 2 is so long that I would be okay with them if they were like definitively they're like, we have to buff this character. Like there's no other option except to buff this character. And you had no choice and you're forced to. That's what I would say. Besides like I don't know, like his rush attacks, like again, even his rush attacks, like they don't need to be changed. Really, I would just adjust the cooldowns. Even like ignore skill 3 and just like lower the cooldown of skill 2, or even just lower the cooldown of lower the skill 1 cooldown by like a second, and then increase this by like a second, and then decrease this by like a second, and that's it. Bam, Goku Black buff, right? That's like he doesn't need that, and I hope the devs do recognize that. So that's just what I'm worried about. Then Goku Black, more glaze, yes. So what happened here? This is a funny story. Annie saw this, right? 73k Goku Black season 6 promo video. Then we had the Super Vegito character spotlight with 32k. I feel like the comparison here wasn't really that great. In fact, let me actually, like, okay, we see here, right? The Goku Black character spotlight, 28k views. We can compare it to Vegito, who got 32k, or even, what's that called? Broly, who got 31k, right? Like, these characters are, I looked at the spotlight, but these characters, get their initial trailer and then the spotlight after, right? That's what's been happening recently. I didn't mean to click on the Bandai page, but you guys see the point. Where it's like, okay, comparing the character spotlight to Goku Black initially, his initial reveal is not super fair because this is also a shorter video and this is a kit breakdown. I think there's a lot of difference. The fair comparison to me would be this, where we saw the 119k views for the season 3 trailer. And I was saying, you know, this is the first reveal of Super Vegito and Bardock and Kefla, right? Like, people see these characters for the first time. People see Goku Black for the first time. They click on the video to see what Goku Black looks like, right? So there's just a slight difference there. Then eventually, and he came back. Goku Black did actually end up getting more views than what we saw for the Super Vegito. At the very least, like, I wanted to bring up the video yet again here, but like we see the Goku Black video. Click on this right here. He's at 122k views. The season 3 trailer is at 120k views. And on top of that, we need to keep in mind that this is 3 characters. This is just Goku Black. So Goku Black is officially the hypest character they dropped. And he's also officially the highest picked character in Gexen history, based on what we've been seeing. So with all that being said, that is kind of crazy for a base from Goku Black. Like, I wouldn't have expected base form Goku Black to hit these numbers, but to be fair, this guy is a very highly requested character. I mean, people wanted Goku Black. I mean, we saw Zamasu. We literally saw Zamasu in the Project Multi-Network test. In 2024, we saw Zamasu. And people since then have been, like, Man, I can't wait for Goku Black. When Goku Black's added to the game, we could lane with Goku Black, we could play with Goku Black. It's gonna be so awesome and fun. And he's here. You know, it's been a 2-year wait. So, I mean, that's really cool. So, yeah. Anyways, that's kind of mostly what I want to talk about with this guy. He's just been doing very well. Which is awesome, right? Good W Goku Black. Now, finally here, I think I'm going to make this list based off of the patch notes here, or based off of the pick rates. I'm going to make a list of characters who I think will be buffed and nerfed. That's solely based off of this. Not characters I want to see buffed and nerfed, but characters I expect. Maybe? Expect nerfs. See, this is what... So, like... Again, we can kind of go down the list. First, from Frieza, might get some adjustments. Highest win rate. Who knows, right? You know, I definitely think it's possible. I feel like a lot of the middle ground characters might not really see anything. Trunks, I feel like I can see an adjustment for Trunks. Kefla and Bardock, I could see an adjustment. The issue with this game is that they don't like nerfing characters. They just don't. They don't like nerfing characters. Like, I feel like they're very hesitant to nerf characters, unfortunately. It's just how it is. It really is. For some reason, though, I could see Bulma getting a nerf. Like, I feel like we could just... I don't know. I don't know, man. It's like, they really don't like nerfing characters. But I feel like at a certain point, they have to address these guys. They have to. They have to. Like, it's all question marks here. Like, like, please. And again, Bulma. They just nerfed Bulma, so she might get an adjustment. That's what I'm thinking about that. Goku Black. Newest character. He might get a buff, bro. That's so bad if he gets a buff, man. I really hope he doesn't. Let's take a look at the bottom of this. And again, we'll have Mike look here, but 17 Beerus and Baby. I mean, Beerus has such a high pick rate for still having such a low win rate. They're probably gonna buff Beerus, or they could do this, right? Fix his bugs. Maybe. That'd be a good idea, man. That would be great, man. I would love that. I would love that, man, if they fixed his bugs. That'd be awesome. That'd be so good, guys, if they fixed his bugs. 17. A lot of people have been using 17 compared to before, probably because of Goku Black. So there you go. Some stuff could be happening on the side that I have to look at. But anyways, what I was saying is 17 getting a buff would be good because of the fact that Android 17 could be a good little counterplay into Goku Black if they buff him properly. I mean, 17, I've been advocating for him to get a buff since Goku Black kind of details were out, because he has the anti-heal, but he also has this ability that gives your allies more health, this ability that can give you shield as well. Like, a lot of this really counters Goku Black's ult, especially. This guy, this stun just needs to be better. Like, this skill 2 just sucks right now. Like, it really sucks. It should just stun no matter what. Like, they should reverse it where, okay, you know, enemies hit by the attack will be reflected with movement speed down. He should stagger them with the initial skill 2, and then if you reactivate it, it's movement speed down. They should switch that, because otherwise his skill 2 is pretty useless, because the movement speed down doesn't really do that much. It doesn't really feel super effective, and you want to save your infinite energy reactor for your barrier. Like, this barrier is by far what you need to save for that. Honestly, this giving allies defense as well would be good. Like, just like a slight defense buff. Like, Goku Black could give all defense plus debuffing the allies plus speed boost. Like, 17, you know, at this point should get that. This is fine, though. Because this could actually revert Goku Black's buffs. Which is really good. But, yeah. 17 getting a buff would be good. I don't know. Besides this, Gammas might actually get a buff finally. They're a free hero this week. And I'm sure their win rate has gone down. Right? Yeah, 50%. Yeah. I'm sure it might go down again. Good Majin Buu. I mean, he is low. I mean, if they buff that guy, I wouldn't mind it. His passive's gonna use a buff. Kid Gohan. Such a... Dude, Kid Han might actually get buffed again, huh? We'll see. I don't know. Something like this. Just vaguely. Vaguely. Anyways, let me know what you guys are thinking. I appreciate y'all for watching. Actually, I'm gonna take Frieza out because Frieza has such a low pick rate. Even though he has such a high win rate. Yeah, that's like how hit. I wouldn't put him up there. Super Vegito has a... Whoa, low win rate. Are they gonna adjust him back again? Maybe we'll see Super Vegito get some buff. Who knows? Anyways, guys, I appreciate y'all for watching. Y'all take care, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.